Hi, I'm Charlotte Schwendeman, and I'm going to talk to you today about cramming 30 years of influencing organizations and the importance of UX into 5 minutes. It was very hard to boil down 30 years of life lessons into a few nuggets. I chose a few that I hope you can take away and use right away. Throughout my career, I've been in a situation where the team I was with was relatively new. Either I was a team of one starting up a group or a practice, or I was part of a team that was experiencing a new beginning. This could very well end up being like every musician's nightmare, sitting down at the piano, playing a duet, and one pianist gets to the end before the other. I don't know if the slides will win or if I will. I'll discuss the wake-up calls that I've seen and also moments of clarity that allowed me to really solve the problem of the wake-up calls. At IBM, the wake-up calls occurred during major shifts in the company's direction. At Proficient, in its first year of existence, it knew it needed something more. And at Cummins, the company was moving away from engineers driving design. Solutions grew increasingly more public-facing, and the need for more mobile solutions. So these are some of the moments of clarity I'll talk about. The first is the importance of education. Education is so necessary, from awareness classes for execs and managers to more in-depth classes for project managers, business analysts, and to lunch and learns to garner interest and keep the company user-focused. Teaching moments can occur in the delivery of results. Seize every chance you get to insert even small nuggets of learning. Strategically place single pages of explanation of what we do or small sections into usability test reports, expert reviews, and almost any documentation we do. And finally, mentoring. From my first 3 to 4 years at Proficient, I mentored business analysts and visual designers in the techniques themselves and in the principles of cognitive psychology, reinforcing them. When I was able to begin the hiring in experienced people trained in our field, the mentored were able to hold their own. Get to a legit design fast, meaning one that doesn't compromise what we do as UXers. One of the ways I've done this is through a rapid conceptual design technique coupled with iterative usability testing and design refinement. You can involve the client very early in the process, in the refinement sessions, and then you can also involve them in the usability testing. You can sit with them and annotate what's going on so that they learn and begin to own the solution themselves. Secondly, it's also really important to understand and play to the corporate culture. Corporate culture can eat UX for lunch. It doesn't really matter how talented we are, or how many hours we put into it, or how passionate we are. If we don't fully understand and embody the culture before trying to gently shift that culture, we'll fail. Cummins is a very Six Sigma heavy company. You have to translate the UX language into the language of Six Sigma. It's also very process driven. And so consequently, you have to know where you fit into the process and how you can drive earlier and earlier involvement in the process and get it into the software development lifecycle. Managing is always a juggling act. Sometimes your champion can unwittingly help you manage all the other things you have to manage. I used to play back in my native UX tongue, or talk to my sponsor, my champion, in my native UX tongue, and she would play back my words in a completely other perspective. It really was immensely helpful in shaping my sales pitches and in focusing the education of the company. It also can occur at many different levels, up, laterally, and down to the doers. It requires different kinds of management skills. Marketing is also important in what we do. Make a short case study at the end of each project mandatory, and you can use that then to help sell your techniques and explain to others what you do. Also, find creative ways to get to the user. This is really critical. We had trouble getting to the users at first at Cummins, and we finally said our users are truckers, let's go to the rest stops and talk to them there. Build on the strengths of your team. I know this sounds very trivial, but at the same time, I've seen everybody to be able to do all the UX facets equally well, and we're just not made that way. By letting people focus on what they do best and strengthening and encourage them in that, you have a happier, more productive team, and you really do lift all boats at the same time. Thank you. These are my puppies. And if you want more information, you can contact me at charlotte.schwendeman@cummins.com. That really was hard to do in front of an audience.